Hi, this is Michael, and this is my review of the Sevenoak MicRig. This is a GoPro DSLR camcorder platform and with an integrated stereo microphone on it. And the sound quality of the microphone is pretty darn good. It definitely improves the audio compared to the built-in mic on my Nikon D7000. I'll give you a little sample of that in just a bit. But first, let me just tell you everything that you get with the MicRig. First of all, you do get a windsock. That's going to help you in windier conditions. They do give you a GoPro mount, and then they give you 3 connecting cables. One is designed for a GoPro. The other one is just a camera audio output cable, and then a smartphone audio output cable. So those are the 3 included cables. Essentially, if you were using this with a DSLR, I just use this straight cable. You plug it into the microphone on the one side there, and then you just plug the other cable into your microphone right on your camera. And of course, you would probably have already had your camera attached to the platform, but if not, just attach that. This is a standard 1/4 inch mounting type deal here that you just screw this onto your tripod mount on your camera. You do have various amounts of adjustments here as far as positioning your camera on the rig here. So here it is. The microphone itself is powered by one AA battery, and that is inserted on the bottom side here. Then you've got 3 switches on the top. First is your on-off switch. You do have an LED indicator that the mic is on, which is great. Not all wireless microphones have an indicator, so sometimes you go to use it and your battery's dead and you find out later that you left it on. You have a plus 10 dB attenuation, so you can have that attenuated or not, and then you do have a low cut filter switch here as well. This is a stereo microphone, and it picks up sound pretty well all the way around it. I'm actually quite happy with the sound quality of this. I think it's a pretty decent sounding mic, and like I said, it definitely gives me a louder sound than the default built-in mic that I have on my D7000 here. So I'm recording this right now off my Nikon D7000. MicRig is right above it, and this is what you are going to hear. Now I'm going to change the sensitivity to plus 10 dB attenuation. Alright, now this is the plus 10 dB attenuation, and you can, I'm sure, hear the pretty significant difference in sound. So let me switch that back. Now we're just back to 0 attenuation. And there's a low cut filter on here as well, so let me flick that. Now I've just engaged the low cut filter, and again, quite a significant difference in the sound quality, so let me flick that back. What I want to do right now is disconnect the MicRig and then just use my D7000 microphone. So there, I've just unplugged the MicRig. Now you're hearing me from the built-in microphone on the D7000. And the MicRig definitely makes it sound louder, and I think it's a much better quality sound myself. Now, the other thing I want to point out is the noise that it picks up from handling it while you're moving this around. All of a sudden, you're going to start hearing all sorts of nasty sound. I'm just sort of moving my fingers around on the grip itself, and I'm just sort of manipulating the camera, and that is not great. So, and another thing, right now I'm talking straight into the camera. Let me just move this around. Now I'm about 90 degrees off axis. And then I'm going to continue turning the camera, so now I am directly 180 degrees behind the front of the camera. And let me just turn this around back towards me again, and I'm probably going to be totally out of focus again, but that is it. That's my quick demo of the MicRig. Couple things that are of note. This does have a kind of a rubbery bottom on it, so this does prevent this from sliding around. One thing that I don't really care for is the structural stiffness of this handle leaves a little to be desired. There's quite a lot of wiggle here, And also, if you're handling this, you have to be very careful that you're not sliding your hand around, because the microphone is sensitive enough that it will pick up that hand movement. As long as you're not sliding your hand around, it's going to be great. But as soon as you start moving around here, you're going to really be picking up that noise. You do have a cold shoe mount on the top here, so that lets you put an additional, like a LED light or whatever you want to do to utilize that cold shoe mount, so that's pretty handy. It seems pretty durable. Other than this wiggle here, I really don't have any major issues with it. It's very handy, and it really does help a lot, especially with your GoPro. If you're maneuvering and you just want to follow a skateboarder or whatever, this just really helps steady your shot a lot. Once you get a heavier camera on here, that's when you're going to start noticing this wiggle a little bit. So depending on, you can see this, if you're doing quick movements, you're not maybe going to get quite as steady a shot as you might want. If you're using a lighter camera like a GoPro or a light camcorder, this diminishes. But with a heavier camera like I have on here right now, there's quite a lot of play here just because of the structural integrity of this. But that's about it. If you have any questions, leave a comment. I'll answer it if I can. Otherwise, thanks for watching and have a great day.